Okay, these are things you'll need to make a good enchilada dinner. I didn't make any beans today, but I will make the rice and enchiladas. So here we have about 2 cups of shredded cheese, cheddar or Monterey Jack, whatever kind you like. Yeah, I use them both, but in this event, I'm just going to use Monterey Jack. Some bell pepper, some onion, some tomato, some garlic, and some cracked black pepper, sea salt, oregano, thyme, and cumin. And we'll have, I'm going to make 12 enchiladas. You'll need to fry them up for 1 second on each side when the oil is hot. So here we have, I'd say about a cup of oil, vegetable oil. I'm going to make these out of chicken fajitas. So that's what these enchiladas are going to be. And as far as the rice is always a 1 to 1.5 ratio. 1 cup, I'm using 1 cup of rice, which I put in a coffee cup. You can measure out, like I said, to 1.5. So 1 cup of rice that was in a coffee cup, and I'm putting 1 cup of water, and it'll be a half a cup also of water. But remember, if you're adding, because in this event for the rice I'm going to put an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and this is a 6-ounce can of tomato paste, but I'm only going to use maybe a tablespoon out of it. I like my rice nice and rich, okay? So remember to adjust for the liquid. So in this event, I'm only with the water instead of just plain rice, like I said, 1 to 1.5 cup of water. I'm going to only use a 1.25 cups of water because I'm adding tomato sauce. So the liquid has to be adjusted, okay? So over here in California, about the naked truth I was going to get to, we have a lot of chemtrails overhead, and it seems nobody wants to gripe enough about it. Me, I'm sick of it. I know they're affecting the weather, and I know if it's not clean air falling down upon us, it's not good. So we need to start bitching about that. If you know police, get them involved too. Get anybody involved and point out to the skies, look up. Chemtrails are bad. So as far as my chicken enchiladas here, you can make your enchiladas out of ground beef, pork, whatever you like. Me, I chose today to make them out of chicken fajitas. I already have bell pepper and onions in there, a bit of oregano, a little touch of cumin. Love cumin. Oh, very good. And some black pepper. Love the cracked black pepper. Enchiladas are about how you want to make them, whatever you want them to taste like. So a little pinch of sea salt, we're all good right there. Don't forget your garlic. And like I said, I already have onion in there, so I'm not going to add any right now. And as far as, like I said, about chemtrails, that to me is my biggest gripe right now. I think we all need to step up and find out who the pilots are. You know, how can they sell us out for money? You know, that's a horrible way to make a living. You know, it's polluting our atmosphere, our water, our food, your children, us. So speak up about it. Everybody speak up about it. If in other countries, if they can do a pot and pan revolution type thing and overthrow a government, why can't we all band together and bang on pots and pans and say enough is enough? Who are these people? Who are these scientists and pilots that are polluting us for money? I mean, what kind of crazy crap is that? So speak up about that. Okay, enough about that. So back to cooking. I'm cooking all this enchilada dinner. I'll cook it all up and let you see the end result. So my chicken enchiladas my chicken fajitas are done that I'm cooking for the enchiladas. So what we're going to do is just set them aside, let them cool off, okay? Let them cool off right here a little, let the steam out. And we're going to heat up the oil to fry the tortillas, the corn tortillas. So, and what the best way I found how to do that, the best way to do that is when you fry them, you're going to fry them for 1 second on each side. Make sure the oil gets nice and hot. Okay. You're going to dip them in real quick when it's nice and hot. 1 to 1.5 seconds on each side. You're going to flip them over. Best way to do that is to use a spoon and a fork to back it up. Okay. That's my dog barking. They always smell food cooking and they want their share. They're like the mafia. Okay, best way, like I said, to do this is 1.5 seconds on each side. Make sure the oil is nice and hot. So there we go. Hold it together, spoon like that. Let it drip out. Shake off excess. Lay them on a plate. And continue to finish them on. And then, after you finish cooking your tortillas, however many you make, what I'm going to do is use what little oil is left, about a tablespoon of oil, and I'm going to fry up the rice with what's left of the oil. And I'll show you that in a second. Okay, at this point, what was left, I took out most of the oil, left about a tablespoon of oil. You see it's smoking already. We're going to add the rice. We're going to fry that up. We're going to add some garlic, some onion, some garlic to it, and a touch of bell pepper. Okay. And we're going to stir that around. We're going to brown that rice. See how it started getting brown over there in the corner? That's what we want. We want all the rice to get brown. I've seen people cook their rice or not even really cook it. It's kind of like steamed rice for Mexican rice, and that's not good. So you want flavor in here, okay? So we're going to let that fry up. Sorry about the loud banging. I'm used to it. We're going to add some cumin to it. A little bit of pepper, black pepper, cracked, of course, okay? Some sea salt. I'll make it another pinch of salt. I like mine a little saltier. Some oregano, okay? Don't be stingy on the cumin. Cumin tastes good inside Mexican rice. So I'm going to fry this up real good, okay? Make it nice and brown. So we're cooking the rice and browning it. We've added cumin, black pepper, a bit of oregano, some sea salt, all this according to taste, and usually put cilantro in here also. I forgot to buy some, so that's why you see bell pepper there. It'll work. And we're doing this while the corn tortillas that we just fried up cool off, and also while the chicken fajitas cool down, because you're going to have to roll them kind of like a joint. You're going to roll them into tortillas, okay, and you don't want to burn yourself. Plus you don't want the cheese melting right away when you do that. So we're frying this up, let it get nice and brown, and then we'll add the tomato sauce and tomato paste, and of course the water. Okay, see how the rice is turning nice and brown? That's what we want. Oh, didn't let it go too far here. So anyway, at this point, we're going to add the water to cool it down right away. And we're going to add the tomato sauce. Get it in there. Yep, we don't want the whole can. Okay, let's see how the rice turned out. Curious to know. Get all that liquid in there. Steam out. Let's see. What actually is this? Okay, it tastes good. It tastes good. All the little brown specks that burned. That was just the oregano, no big deal. So you want to fluff it up. Let all that steam out. You want nice and fluffy rice. Mexican rice should be nice and fluffy. It shouldn't be all sticky and yuck. Well, anyway, so we'll let this air out a little. We want it nice and fluffy. Nice and tomatoey. Love that. Let me let all that steam cool off. Okay, now we're going to do the fajitas. We're going to roll the fajitas. And way to do that, I'll show you real quick. You're just going to have a tortilla. Put them in a tray. I'm just going to do it on a plate real quick. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add, of course, about a spoonful. Good spoon. Depends how thick. You don't want them too thick. You don't want these too thick because going to be hard to roll. So I like saying that, hard to roll. Then you're going to put a pinch of cheese in there. Little bit of tomato. Little bit of bell pepper. Don't put too much because the toppings are going to go on top also. So, and then you roll it up nice and tight. Let's see if I can do it with one hand here. And that's why you want to fry them for about 1.5 seconds because you want them pliable. You don't want thick, hard tortillas. And then you place them in a tray. See how they are? And cover them with enchilada sauce. Or you can also, like I would do it also, is put a spoonful of enchilada sauce inside. Or you can dip them entirely in enchilada sauce. That'll turn them nice and red. Put the ingredients inside, roll them up. And when you have them all laid out in a tray, you top it with your enchilada sauce. And then put them in the oven, 350 on a pre-warmed oven, 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and that's that. They're done. Bon appetit. Okay, as you can see, I've dribbled some enchilada sauce on it, topped it with cheese, bell pepper, tomato, the remainder of the ingredients. And I'm going to cover it with foil, put it in the oven, 15 minutes at 350. So here is the end product. Fluffy rice, nice enchiladas, and I'm going to pair it off right now with Coastal Estates Chardonnay, California grown 2012. So anyway, bon appetit. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year.